Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is well. Well, it's been a strange few weeks and we've been getting out when we can, and we've been doing whatever sport we needed to do to get out, because it's always better to be at the beach and enjoying the wind and the waves. Some days you get the wind, some days you get the waves, some days you get both. So this is one of the days where the guys were out surfing. I was actually working. They'd get a few really nice waves on this day. I do have quite a few videos that I'm wanting to put together over the next few weeks. I need to go back to the aluminium mast, compare that against my new carbon HM mast, just to compare them back to back. I also need to do a long-term review on the Curve and the Curve H and compare those two foils as well, so stay tuned for that. As you can see, this is one of the few days I did get out on in the last few weeks, and it was very, very light. I could barely get up. I went back to my old mint board. Very good for this session for when the wind completely gone, so I'm not ready to sell that just yet until, of course, I get myself a downwind board. See Grant heading out here now. It's really interesting because he's out on a Foildrive and he's taking out his new Decathlon board, which is an 85 litre board, and it's turned out to be quite a beast of a board. And he's going out on his Foildrive and he manages to catch a couple of waves with the Foildrive. These are homemade Foildrives that they've done themselves, and they're for under £1,000 for all the parts and the batteries and the motor and everything else. So it's quite an interesting build, and you can see a bit more of the build and how-tos on Foil Zone forum. I'll leave a link down in the description. So yeah, watching these guys has really got me fired up. It's really crazy how we're so foil-brained and we're just looking for that next little fix. It's like a pure addiction of adrenaline and getting out onto the water any way we can. I'm constantly looking at foils and Foildrives and subfoil and everything else, just different ways to get on the water, and this has really captured my imagination. So I'm going to have a look at it anyway and price it all up and everything. And I don't know if I'm going to make one or not, we'll have to see, but the mint board might work well with this, I don't know. So anyway, keep tuned for that in the future videos. Everybody seems to be getting into different things at the moment. Some people get into downwinding, some into prone, some into subfoiling. What you're going to spend your hard earned money on first, and which direction do you want to go yourself. So yes, as I said, I was fired up by seeing these guys on the Foildrive this day. So the very next day they decide to go down to Roker Pier by the lighthouse, and it's amazing how they can get into these small tiny little waves with these Foildrives. It's really got me quite excited about it, and maybe I might look into this direction. I am thinking about getting more into the subfoiling, but I may take this turn. It's amazing how Savio can get in on his board no problem, so can Grant on this tiny little 85 litre board. So if you're as crazy for wingfoiling and foiling in general as me, give me a hell yeah in the comments. So we get some onshore breezes and the guys are all out windsurfing, kite surfing and kite foiling, so there's a little bit of that. And then after that we finally get some wind where we can get out on the wings, even though it's a really rainy, horrible day. So stay tuned for that in a few minutes. I love wingfoiling, but I do love to see all the other board sports as well and participate in them when I get the chance as well. So anyway, thanks to Mark for the extra footage of these guys. I was working on these days. But anyway, the wind has finally arrived and the sea is absolutely boiling. It's about a 5-second period, so it's impossible to get out on the normal beaches with a wing. So we're going to go to Little Haven It is onshore, as I say, but it is nice and flat here because it's between the piers. So if you look at Tynemouth near Newcastle, then you will see the River Tyne there, and we're going between the piers. The guys there are sitting in the van, but the usual suspects are down and ready to go out. There's myself, there's Mick, Andy, Grant, and there is Russ and Russ Jr. So I hope you enjoyed the footage, and I'll see you guys at the end. Well, Little Haven delivered the goods. It was a really good day with such a good swell in the middle of the river there. It was the shipping lane, so I didn't want to stay there too long because the winds were dropping on and off all the time. Well, that's it from us on this one. From me and the Marras, I'll say goodbye and I'll see you all on the next one. Good winds.